Tell you about the time I had to use reverse psychology to help one of my clients. About 10 years ago, I had a client come in. She had heart disease. She was 65 years old, and all of her doctors had given up on her by this point. They weren't willing to help her anymore. They weren't willing to do much of anything for her anymore because she was just so disagreeable. So we went through, we did the 1-hour consultation, and we went ahead and got her health and wellness strategy put together. And then I went to pick up her herb blend. So I said, here's your herb blend, and I started explaining the herbs. After about the third herb, she's like, that doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. On the third herb, I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. So I calmly folded up her folder, set it on my desk, and slid her money back across the desk to her. And I said, here you go. I'm going to go ahead and give you a refund. And I just stopped. And she's like, why are you giving me a refund? I said, because clearly, ma'am, this isn't going to work for you. Every herb that I have mentioned to you said doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So what's going to happen is I'll put this together for you. You're going to waste your money, and it's not going to work. You are the 1% of the population that none of these things work for. Sat there, and she looked all confused, and she's like, but wait a second, I came here for a health and wellness consultation. And I said, I understand that, but I don't want you to buy anything from my store for 2 reasons. 1, you're just going to waste your money because you don't think it's going to work anyway. And 2, you're going to tell other people it doesn't work and potentially ruin it for them. So I would rather you just didn't buy anything. She paused for a second and she goes, well, can we just look at the blend? And I'm like, I'm not sure there's really a point. So she waited a few seconds and she's like, let's look at the blend. So I went ahead and put the blend together for her. 10 years later, she still texts me about once a month. She is free from medications and she hardly ever even has to use her herbs anymore. Pretty neat, huh?